Hi friends, welcome to Lovin' Life's Journey DIY. I'm Chantel, and today I am at Dollar Tree. I'm going to head in and see what kinds of things they might have that are new because I have not been to Dollar Tree in a couple of months. And then I'm going to show you some great hacks for taking everyday Dollar Tree items and turning them into beautiful and functional things for your home. So let's head into Dollar Tree. Of course, summer is just around the corner, so they have all of their summer fun toys out. And this is a new item, I believe. I thought this was really cute, a bug viewing kit. I may have to pick that up for my grandson. They also have a lot of new summer-themed kitchen items. And this is the time of year that they are usually carrying all of the nautical items. These wood bead garlands are new, and I think those are really fun. I also really liked this sea turtle burlap. So cute. I've seen the fun-shaped ice cube trays before, but what I haven't seen before are the ice cube trays that have the silicone on the bottom that make the ice cubes easier to pop out. I've seen similar trays at Walmart for $5 each. These do make smaller ice cubes, but still, I think that's a pretty good deal. So another use for ice cube trays can be to use it to sort out small things like beads when you're crafting. And so instead of just pouring all of these in the same bowl or container before you start your project, you can sort them out into the colors so that you know right where to go to get them, and then you'll have them separated. Now it can be time consuming at first to separate these out, but I think in the long run, depending on your project, this can be very helpful. And something I did want to mention is that this tray that has the silicone bottoms on it is nice because it's not going to slide on your table. There's some resistance. You can hear that I'm having to kind of push hard to get it to slide. It's not going to just slide all over like a regular plastic ice cube tray might. So that's another idea. I would probably pick one that had larger holes if I were going to put my beads and sort them out in it, but that's another use for an ice cube tray that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. Another use for an ice cube tray can be to put your paints in them. So you can just put your paints in the holes in the ice cube tray, and you can pick up an ice cube tray at Dollar Tree that has a lid that goes over the top. And if you need to take a break when you're working on your project, you can just put the lid over your paints, and that will help keep them from drying out. If you're going to step away for a little bit longer, you can put a damp paper towel, just lay it over the top, and then put that lid over it, and that's going to keep your paints from drying out for a little while. I wouldn't store them that way over days, but for a little while, just to take a break, that can be very helpful. Another use for ice cube trays is to freeze items that you use small quantities of for certain recipes. So I always use just a little bit of marinara sauce to make these little mini pizzas for a quick meal or snack. And so I like to freeze the marinara sauce in cubes to use for this, because otherwise I put the jar in the fridge and it just sits in there and goes bad before the next time we make these. But if I have the cubes, I can just pull out 2 or 3 of these, or however many I need for however many mini pizzas I'm making, and I just pop them in the microwave for a little bit to thaw them out, and I'm ready to go. And just so you know, these cubes are a different color because they are a different brand of marinara sauce. I am going to show you how to make these low-carb mini pizzas because I think it's a great quick meal. So I use the Mission Carb Balance flour tortillas, and then I just spray a little bit of avocado or olive oil in my pan, and I crisp up the tortillas on both sides. Once my tortilla is nice and crisp, I'm going to put it on my baking sheet and add my marinara sauce. And then I'm going to add my toppings. I like to do pepperoni and olives, and you can use turkey pepperoni if you want it to be a little lower fat and calories. And I just put this on frozen and then add whatever other toppings and my cheese. Then I'm going to pop it under the broiler. I usually start with about 2 minutes and add a minute or two after that if I think it needs a little bit longer. But this is a super easy dinner, a way to have pizza when it's a little bit better for you. And if the family's having pizza, you feel like you're not missing out, but you're still having something a little bit healthier. And you just pair it with a salad and it makes a great dinner. Okay, back to Dollar Tree. So, of course, they had a lot of 4th of July and patriotic items out, a lot of things for entertaining, like tablecloths and plates and napkins and cups, and then just a lot of decorations. I thought these little metal patriotic gnomes were so cute, and I think that those are new this year. And I don't think I've seen the holographic tablecloths before. These are really fun. My next hack is to show you a way that you can decorate for any season using just a few items from Dollar Tree and one main item from a craft store such as Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So I picked up these foam scatter stars, and since 4th of July is coming up and that's what's in Dollar Tree right now for holiday, that's what I have and that's what I picked up and I'm going to use today. And then you also want to pick up a string of the LED wire lights, and then the item from Hobby Lobby where I got mine, or Michael's or another craft store, is a glass block. And regular price at Hobby Lobby for this one, which is 7.5 inches square, was $11.99, but I did get it on sale for about $8. And so this is going to be like the main thing that you use all the time, and then just switch out what you put inside for each season or holiday. So I'm going to show you how easy that is. So first I'm going to remove the label, and it is definitely easier to use a heat tool for this. Another hack is to use Goo Gone to get off sticky residue. This I picked up at Dollar Tree probably about 5 years ago. I use it all the time and I still have 2/3 of a bottle. So it doesn't take very much and it works wonders. nice and clean. And so now all I'm going to do is remove the little bottom piece, and I'm going to put my string of lights in here. I always put batteries in the pack and try them out before putting them into a project, because you always want to make sure there's nothing wrong with the lights and that they work. And then I'm going to take my stars and I'm just going to drop them in here. So whatever you get from Dollar Tree to put in your glass block for the holiday or season you're decorating for, you just want to make sure it's going to fit through this opening. I actually already had one package of those stars, so I put those in and I bought 2 more. So I think it's going to take 3 to fill this. All right, 3 packages is perfect for this. So now I'm going to put my little cover back on, and there is a slit in there to run your wire through. I found this at Dollar Tree, this mesh with these little stars in it. I actually had this from a couple of years ago, but I have seen it since. And I'm going to just take some of this and I'm going to wrap it around. And I'm going to tie a bow on the top. I like the mesh because the lights still shine through it, and so that's one reason I like to use it. But ribbon for holidays is really pretty too.
Some other fun new items that I found were these light up mushrooms and light up rubber duckies. Those are pretty cute. And they did also have some really cute baseball caps in both solid colors and some fun patterns too. I came across these little serving bowls. I don't think I have seen this shape before, but I have a good use for this.
This next hack is a really easy way to create an elevated stand for serving if you're entertaining and you want something inexpensive but that looks nice. And so you just need to pick up 1 pack of these little bowls from Dollar Tree, and they're 2 bowls in a pack, and then 1 of their platters. And these are plastic. They're not super sturdy, but if you were just going to put cookies or something on this, it would work really well. You could even put vegetables with a little bowl of ranch in it and make a veggie tray. And so this is really versatile, because if you want a short stand, you can just use 1 bowl and glue the platter right to the bottom of the bowl. You just turn the bowl upside down and glue the platter to it. Or if you want to make a taller stand, then you can glue these 2 together. Now, of course, you would want to remove the label so that it doesn't show. And then I would use some glue like Weld Bond or E6000 and just put that on the bottom of one of your trays. Now this glue weld bond does dry clear, and E6000 does as well. And then just put your bowls together, and I am going to actually add a little bit of hot glue on this to secure it as well. That way it will set up quickly. And then I'm just going to remove that label from my platter, and I'm going to center that and just glue on this rim. So again, I'll add my weld bond. You don't want to get too much because it'll get drippy. And then a little bit of hot glue as well in a couple of spots. Just center that on and then let it dry.
And I actually didn't think about it until after the fact, but you could put some sort of decoration inside that top bowl before you glue the platter on, just to dress it up for a holiday or event. I have not seen this style of candle holder before. Those are interesting. And I'm also noticing right next to those, these little incense holders. These are really pretty designs. I'm thinking I could figure out something else to do with these as well. And these decorative glass knobs are not new, however, they are kind of rare to find, so I was happy to find some today.
I picked up two of the little incense holders. These are just little plates that you would stick an incense stick in. And then I also picked up one of the glass drawer pulls.
I'm also going to be using a wire hanger, and I'm just going to use some wire cutters to cut about a 3-inch piece of wire from this hanger. And next I'm going to glue my wire into that little hole using some E6000. Now it really would be best if you use some quick drying epoxy for this project. I did not have any, so I'm using E6000, but really something that dries quickly and will be really solid would be best. Then I'm going to set that aside to dry completely. In the meantime, I'm going to use a vise and a hacksaw to cut off the screw on that drawer pull. And then I'll take the other little incense holder and my knob that I just cut the screw off of, and I'll use some E6000 and also a little bit of hot glue to glue this down, because it didn't want to stay with just the E6000 and I didn't want to sit and hold it for an hour. So again, that's why using a quick dry epoxy would be best. Once those pieces have dried completely, then use your epoxy to glue the top piece with the knob onto the wire. I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, use some hot glue so I can stick this on here. Then I'm going to get some epoxy and glue this properly, but I did want to show you what it looks like when it's finished. I have not seen these reusable food storage bags at Dollar Tree before, but they are super cute. And I can think of lots of ways to use these.
Of course, these reusable food storage bags are great for storing food in the fridge or packing in your lunch, but there are some other uses that you can use these for as well. So one of them is when you're traveling and maybe you went for a last minute swim at the beach or the pool and your swimsuit is still wet, you can use this for a wet bag. And this is an adult size swimsuit. It is, I think, a medium, but it does fit in this bag. And these bags would work great for kids' sizes. And just zip it up, and then you can throw that in your suitcase and it'll keep everything else from getting wet. Another travel use for this is to put your travel size toiletries in, your shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and even these little Bath and Body Works lotions fit right inside here. And you can just zip that up, and if there's any leakage at all, then it's going to be contained inside this bag and not get all over everything in your suitcase.
Another item I found in the kitchen section is this taco stand. And this comes in a 2-pack, and I have some great uses for this. So I decided to use this as like a little phone charging station, and by wrapping the cords kind of around, it keeps them all compact and neat, and they're not just all spread out all over the counter. And of course, you could paint this if the red doesn't go with your decor.
So another use for this little taco shell holder is when you are crafting and you're doing something with glue and you have to glue a lot of things and then set your bottle down and then do something and then glue and set your bottle down. The problem with that is that when you set your bottle down, all the glue goes back to the bottom of the bottle. So every time you pick up your bottle, you're having to shake it down and get it back down before you can glue. So the way I deal with that is when I set my glue bottle down, I just lay it down instead of standing it up. And that keeps the glue closer to the tip. And so that makes it easier. And that's fine if you have a bottle like this that's flat. But if you have a round bottle like this one, every time you set it down, it's going to try and roll away. And so if you had something like this, when you laid your bottle down, you could just lay it in here and it's not going to roll away. And then you know right where it's at. You always set it in here instead of, one time you set it over here and another time you set it over here, and you're always grabbing all over for it. So if you have it in this designated spot, it's not going to roll away and you'll know right where it's at.
And if you're like me and you're always losing or breaking your sunglasses, a great hack is to just buy them at the dollar store, and they've got all different kinds of styles. And it is possible I may have had a little fun trying some on.
So I showed you this little bug watching or viewing kit in the store, and I thought this was so cute. So I picked it up because I wanted to get it for my grandson CJ. But when I got it home, I found out that it's not quite as cool as I thought, because I thought that you could just take these little containers out and that you could put your own little bugs in there. So, when he finds little roly-polies or a worm or something, he could put it in there. And then this little viewer pops up and you can look through it and it magnifies these. Well, that's pretty cool, but these are not containers that open, and so there's no way to put anything inside them. So the only thing they can really view are the little papers that are underneath these, and these are just made to look like a little container. So that's really kind of lame in my opinion. I think you could find maybe some little containers to work with this, but if you're planning on getting this so that your kiddos or grandkiddos can put their own bugs in here and look at it, it's not gonna happen. So I thought it was cool, but not so much.
If you enjoyed this video and seen new things from Dollar Tree as well as hacks on how to use them in your home, then please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to set your notifications so YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day.